can you customize the navigation search feature in the Divi theme? I'm going to show you a quick tip to modify it to fit your style. If you're new here, my name is Michelle, and I release videos on marketing, websites, and all things design. So if you find this information helpful, please be sure to give this video a like, and subscribing works too if you enjoy seeing these types of tutorials. So this idea really just came from a website that I was working on for a client. I was inserting the search feature in the navigation and I really wasn't digging the way it was looking, so I wanted to find a way to customize it, and I figured that there's probably others out there that could benefit from this info too, so let me show you what I did. So the search feature that I'm talking about today is in the navigation. It's this little icon. You can choose to put it in and you can choose to leave it out. So it's really up to you. But when you leave it in, there really isn't a lot of options in Divi, and I've searched for them. So if I've missed them, please somebody point them out to me. But you can't really control the text color or how it presents itself. So when I click on this, the entire navigation kind of fades away and we have it being turned into this giant search bar, which is kind of cool, except if you're using a really dark background color for your navigation, I mean, it could be hard to see because the text is kind of automatically, dark. And that might be done by choosing dark and light settings for your text. But if you want a specific color or if you want this to display differently, all you have to do is add some CSS and you can fix this. So instead, when I start typing, where the preview text was kind of legible on this black background, this text is not, and that's just not really a good experience for any user. So let's fix this. So the first thing that we could do, if we like the way that this appears, we could just change the color. So all I would need to do is come over into my theme options in Divi. So if you come to Divi theme options, you'll be in the general tab. You can scroll all the way down and you can just pop some custom CSS in there. So the first thing we could do is I could put this class in there. It's targeting the menu and the search input. So this color would change then. So let's save this and see what this does. I'll refresh the page. We've got our search bar. Our preview text is still kind of a mid-gray, but if I start typing code stuff, we can see now that our text is white because we've added that class to target that. Like I said, I couldn't find an option within the menu module settings, so adding CSS is the route that I took. Now let's say that I don't really love the entire thing being transformed into a search bar. Maybe I really want a clear-cut search box for it. So how might I do that? I would just need to add some CSS that targets that container. So I'm going to go back to my custom CSS box here. I'm going to get rid of that color because we're going to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to paste some new code in here. So I will explain what this class is targeting. So this is for the menu and the search container. So the first thing I did with the search container, instead of having it just be transparent and be the background navigation color, I did change it to white. So instead of just having it overlay on top, you're going to see a white box that pops up. The second thing that I did was adjust the size. The default was 100% width and 100% height. I want it to be a little bit smaller than that, so I started with 50 and 50%. So that's going to make it dramatically smaller. Then moving on to the bottom, in order to get this positioning to more of the center of my navigation header, I put the bottom at 20 pixels. You might need to adjust that based on how tall your navigation is. So just know that you can adjust any of these numbers to make it fit your style. The next thing I did was I put right 0 because I wanted it to be right aligned. So right when you hit that icon, it kind of pops up in the similar location. Because left was default 0 and it was going all the way to the left hand side of the navigation, I set that to auto to sort of eliminate that from the equation. If I didn't do that, it wasn't working. So the next thing that I did was the border radius. I set that at 3 pixels because I just wanted a soft round edge on it. And I put padding left 20 pixels because in the interior of the search field, I wanted the text to start closer to the left edge. For whatever reason, the default was 117 pixels to the left edge. So I wanted to make that feel just a little bit tighter. So let's see what these settings look like. I will hit change. We'll come back and refresh our page, clicking the search box. Now we can see that we have a search field that pops up, and I can say whatever I need to search for in this box. And if I need to clear it, I can do that. The one thing that you're not seeing because we have a white background is the fact that you can't see that X any longer. So if that bothers you, we could target that and change that color. Otherwise, clicking out to the side of the search field will make it go away. So I don't know if it's a super big concern, because if you are searching for something and you hit enter, it will just bring up your search results. But any other thing that you do by clicking will make it go away. So let me know what you think about this. If you want to grab this code, look in the description of this video. I've got a link to the blog post that accompanies this, and then you can just copy and paste these classes for yourself so that you can further modify them. And if you have any questions, please leave those in the comments. I'm always happy to answer whenever I can. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.